Now, live from KUSI, this is Good Business San Diego. Sponsored by Wilsey Asset Management.
Hi, I'm Roy Robertson. Welcome to Good Business San Diego, where we're talking about the topics that are important to you, your home, your family, your health, and your money. And the following portion of Good Business San Diego is sponsored by Wilsey Asset Management. Brent Wilsey, the president of Wilsey Asset Management, joins us today with his weekly commentary. And today, Brent says Apple CEO Tim Cook may not only be a very smart businessman, he may also be a magician. You want to explain that?
Sure. He did pull out, and congratulations to him for what he did. But he pulled 3 rabbits out of a hat. Not one, but 3.
And nothing up his sleeve.
Nothing up his sleeve.
Right.
No. And what's amazing, I'll go over each one of these for you. And the stock was down to like below 170. It's recovered from that point, but it's just amazing what he did. Back in the springtime, remember the tariffs? They were going to get hit with tariffs, and that would probably cost an increase of the iPhone probably 50%.
Right.
Their sales would drop off a cliff. Well, what he did, he talked to President Trump and said, okay, look, what we'll do is we'll invest $600 billion in the United States over the next 4 years. Now, he's not bringing the iPhone production from China and India here. What he said we'll do is we'll build like AI centers, AI buildings and stuff to do that. And also, too, they're going to work with Corning for the covered glass. So nothing to do with the production of the iPhone, but still invest $600 billion over the next 4 years here in the U.S.
So is this a little bit of a workaround on the tariffs? Might we see other companies try to do the same thing?
It kind of is, and it was a surprise that President Trump let him do that. But President Trump is trying to get people to invest in the U.S., but still, I was surprised. So that was rabbit number 1 he pulled out.
Okay. He's on a roll. Number 2, something to do with Google paying him and managing to avoid some rather hefty fees on that.
Yes, exactly, because Google was in court, and they were concerned about the monopoly, because what happens is that Google pays Apple nearly $20 billion per year just to have their Google app on Safari and on the iPhone.
Just so it's the default search engine.
Default search engine, so that's where they go to. So he sent his senior VP, what is his name, Eddie Q, to testify in court. And what Eddie Q said, he convinced the judge, say, look, yes, we're a big tech company, but we can be brought down at any point in time. We need that $20 billion. We could be wiped out tomorrow because things change.
And the judge bought it.
The judge bought it. It's like,
Eddie's a magician.
Eddie's a magician too. He's a great talker, I guess. And so the judge agreed with him, like, okay, we won't take away that $20 billion from you. So that was rabbit number 2 he pulled out.
Wow. And now lastly, the introduction of yet another new iPhone. Talk about that.
Well, they have the iPhone Air, which is lighter, like, oh, this is so exciting. But it has, the camera's not as good, the battery's smaller, so it means shorter life on the thing. And people are like, wow, this is so great. And the cost of it, these new iPhones, between $1,000 to $1,400. And it is just amazing that they're expecting sales to increase dramatically over the Christmas. And I looked at what the experts say about the iPhone 17. And they're saying it's really not that much better than the iPhone 16.
But people are buying it.
People are buying it. They think it's the best thing ever. And again, that's the marketing. That's the things that they're doing with it. That you think, yes, I got to have this iPhone 17. Experts say if you have the iPhone 14, yeah, you're probably okay. Anything below that, you probably want to upgrade. But what you can do, and people don't understand this, the iPhone 16 is so close to the 17. You can get the iPhone 16 now for $500 to maybe $850. So these are things you want to look at. Like, I don't need to buy the 17. I can save, maybe $500, maybe $800 by buying the iPhone 16 and get everything I need.
But this is the brilliance of Apple marketing. They create the next big shiny thing, literally, that you've got to have, create this demand. That's more Jedi mind master than it is magician, right? You must have this.
You must have it. And then the question is, okay, so the stock's back up to where it was. Where does it go from here? Now, what you have to realize is that their expenses are now over $18 billion. That's a 19% increase year over year. And the revenue is only expected to increase by 10 to 12%. Well, you do the math, that's not right. And the stock trades around 35 times earnings. The average for the industry is 14 to 17. So going forward, there's just not much there. I'd be very careful with what you're doing with the iPhone stock. If you've done well, congratulations, but I don't see any growth going
forward. Not a good time to jump in.
No.
And see what he's got up his sleeve for 2026, right?
And there we go.
Appreciate it. Preceding portion of Good Business San Diego, sponsored by Wilsey Asset Management. We will be right back.